Hey everyone, today we're checking out an earbud that really blew me away in one specific category and underwhelmed me in a few others. So today we're checking out the Edifier W240TN, retailing at $99 US, but they do go on sale much cheaper. From what I heard, the lowest they were at was $50. So does a one standout feature make up for their issues? Let's get into it, starting with how the buds fit. And it's a pretty basic design here compared to Edifier's previous Neobud releases. And just looking at them, I didn't think they would fit me that well, but they do pretty well with the oval ear tips. That definitely helps with the comfort. And the bud is a bit chunky, so for my larger ears, it's all good. If you have smaller ears, it might not be as comfortable. I tested these on my girlfriend and she found them okay. Overall, I do prefer the fit of these over the Neobuds. The Neobuds are more comfortable, but it was easy to lose a seal with them since the fit wasn't deep enough for me. So the moderately deep fit here just works better for me. It might not for you. So I can wear these for about an hour before I get some very mild discomfort to the point where I can still wear them, but it's just not the lightest feeling earbud. In terms of how secure they stay in when I'm doing stuff, running, weight training, they stay in very well. There's no way they're gonna fall out of my ears. It's only when I'm like clenching my jaw through a hard set or lying down for a bench press, making some weird training faces. The buds do move around and budge around in my ear canal, affecting sound quality and noise canceling, but a very small issue. And if you like using your earbuds when training or when you're out in a dusty environment, these have an IP55 dust and water resistant rating. So fine against a bit of dust, some rain, splashes of water. You just can't submerge the buds in water. Now onto battery life. Edifier, they're not known for great battery. That continues with the 240. It's not terrible. You get 7 hours from the buds, 21 hours in total. That's with noise canceling on. Fast charges here, so chuck the buds in the case for 10 minutes. You get 2 hours of playback. You aren't getting any wireless charging here, but the case is pretty compact. And here it is compared to the AirPods Pro case for a bit of reference. And nowadays you are seeing much higher total battery life, around the 30 hours of total battery life, with noise canceling on in cases that are at a similar size, even more compact. And they also carry over the same kind of dynamic LED indicator seen on the Neobuds, which looks pretty cool. It's just a white one this time. And in terms of when to charge a case up, I don't actually know when. I would find a color LED better, or just a couple of lights, but it looks cool, I guess. Now onto controls. Edifier, also not known for great controls. And that continues here as well. So these buds use physical buttons, which are easy to press, but the main issue with physical buttons is you're gonna be pressing it into your ear canal. So an easy workaround is press the buds slightly up and then press in so it doesn't dig into your ear canal. The only bud I've tested are the Jabra Elite 75T from a couple years back that actually have a physical button that doesn't require much pressing. Now the main issue lies with the customization. So your single tap is locked into play and pause. That's on the left and right earbud. And you can customize the touch functions, but let's say you want to customize your double tap on the left and right earbud, choose volume down. That's the only option you get. So volume down will be on the left and right earbud with double tap. If you want to add volume up, you'd have to choose triple tap and then you can volume up on your triple tap. So you see what's going on here. You're stuck to only one option, which will be inputted to the left and right earbud. Very silly choice. Hopefully this can get updated with some firmware, but it is nice to see the option to be able to switch between noise canceling on and transparency on, rather than having to cycle noise canceling on, noise canceling off, transparency. And there is no in-ear detection here as well. Now connectivity, they got Bluetooth 5.3 and just the SBC codec. Pretty weird, but doesn't really matter. What's more important is how the buds are tuned, and they're tuned very well. That's a standout feature. You can probably tell. Now, if you want to use one earbud while you leave the other in the case, that works completely fine. And when you're using just one earbud, that will work in mono mode, so you hear the left and right audio channel coming out of the one earbud. Now in terms of latency when watching movies, all good. In terms of gaming latency, here are the results I got in my test on both iOS and Android. Casual games, 400 milliseconds is fine. You want to get around 200 milliseconds if you're into fast reaction games like shooters. Now let's head on outside and see what the call quality is like. All right, so here I am in the outside world, currently recording the audio off my iPhone 12 Pro so you can get an idea of the noise going on around me right now. All right, so starting the audio test here with the AirPods Pro 2 microphone for a bit of reference because they're known to have one of the better microphones out there in the true wireless world. All right, so here we are in the outside world with the Edifier W240TN. I'm pretty sure that's the name. Hopefully you can hear my voice well and the noise around me is getting blocked out. All right, before we talk about noise canceling, please, if you're enjoying the video, chuck a like down there. It really does help the video out. Now, how I test my noise canceling, I chuck on my soundbar and I play simulation plain and cafe noise so I get nice high frequency and nice low frequency sounds. And this is some very strong noise canceling overall. Not the best at their price, but it blocks out most sounds very well. Here's my overall noise canceling ranking with all the earbuds that I have tested. So you aren't getting Bose Quiet Comfort 2 level noise canceling here, but this comes very close to the quality of the Sony LinkBuds S, which are a more expensive pair. And thankfully there is no EQ shift here. That's how your sound quality changes with noise canceling on compared to noise canceling off. This is a bit of a plague with more budget friendly earbuds, but no issues with the Edifier 240. And the transparency mode here is very solid. Some of the best I've tested in this price range. So compared to the AirPods Pro 2, I rate them a solid 10 out of 10, where the 240 here, I rate about an 8 out of 10. It's able to pick up voice very well. General surroundings, it's not too bad. The main issue is being able to hear your own voice when you speak, which is honestly only the AirPods Pro 2 work the best for that. Where with the 240, it's just a little bit hard to hear your own voice and you kind of hear like a slight echo, but you do have the option to adjust the strength of the transparency in the app. All right, before we talk about sound quality, quickly touching up on volume. These aren't the loudest earbud out there, but on the last 3 clicks of volume, that's when you're in some serious hearing loss territory. So easily loud enough, even if you like your loud level listening. And more importantly, they sound very good when you're at those high volumes, no distortions, things don't get too harsh. They sound really good and they sound great at all volumes, because if you couldn't tell, the biggest standout feature here is the sound quality. This is easily some of the best sound quality I've ever heard at this price range, and it honestly blew me away. I test a lot of earbuds, a lot of them kind of bring you decent features here and there, but this is a real standout, and you can tell throughout the video, there's a lot of flaws, but the sound quality easily makes up for it. And I'm ranking these at their price, the best sound quality you can currently get. They're actually tied with another earbud I'll mention in a sec. But before I explain the sound of the 240, I'm gonna let you know my favorite kind of tuning. Basically, give me as much bass as possible that works with all genres from classical to metal, jazz, hardstyle, dubstep. But I want a nice amount that is pretty over the top. It has that deep subwoofer feeling, but doesn't drown out the other frequencies. So I still want nice clear mids. They can be a little bit recessed, but I want some nice crisp treble as well and instrument separation, which is basically impossible to do. You can't just boost everything, but I want to get as close to that as possible. And that is pretty much what you're getting with the 240. Nice deep rumble in the sub bass, nice tasteful amount of mid bass without drowning out the other frequencies. The mid range is super clear. The treble is crisp, detailed, doesn't get harsh at all, even at higher volumes. It's just a perfectly balanced bass heavy tuning. And compared to the NeoBuds Pro, they have a great bass booster tuning. The only difference is the NeoBuds have slightly more bass. I rate those about an 8.5 out of 10 on my subwoofer scale, where the 240 here, it's about a 7.5 out of 10. But when it comes to pure clarity, pure sound quality, the 240 get the easy win. So if you did like a more over-the-top subwoofer bass head tuning, these might not be the pair to go for, but you're still getting a really nice amount. I like an over-the-top amount of bass, but I feel like anyone can appreciate the kind of tuning that Edifier has pushed out here. And keep in mind, this is with the dynamic EQ on. Out of the box, they have their standard EQ. They have a built-in EQ, which you can adjust to your liking, but honestly, I like it simple. The dynamic EQ worked well. That's basically tuned to exactly what I like, and I feel like it just sounds the best with the dynamic EQ on. There was honestly no need, at least for me, to jump in the EQ and play around with it. All you need is just 1 or 2 presets. I love the simplicity. And like I said, it blew me away. Easily the best sound quality at their price. And it definitely makes up for the other issues. I wish the other issues didn't exist, especially the control customization issue, but great sound is great sound. Now, you might be wondering what the other bud is that matches the sound quality level of the 240 TN. Well, check out this video right here where I compared the 240 to that earbud there, as well as another 3 earbuds. I compared them, scored them, ranked them. So check it out. In the meantime, stay picky. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.